Hello, Dragonfire here, and I wanted to do the next video in my Battle of the Bands series. This was a really tough category with these 5 letters of the alphabet. Um, it was really tough, but I thought, you know what, I need to pick an order, and I'm trying to think about just lately what I've been listening to the most often, most recently. So I came up with this list. You know, all of these Battle of the Bands were tough because I really like all these bands. Sometimes there were ones that stood out that where I could rank them, and others were really, really close. But all of them are bands that I enjoy. But anyway, if you've been watching this series, just know I've been really struggling to put these bands in the exact right order. But I have to go with something, so I'm going to choose Tom Petty. I'm counting both Tom Petty as the stuff he released just under the name Tom Petty and the stuff that he released under the name or the band name Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. I'm counting it all as one thing. But yeah, Tom Petty was my pick for the letter T. He received my first place or gold medal for the letter T. But here in this grouping of 5 letters of the alphabet with, I should probably give that, huh? The 5 letters are P, Q, R, S, T. P, Q, R, S, T. Those are the 5 letters of the alphabet I'm on this time. And like I said, my number 5 is going to be Tom Petty. Tom Petty was my pick for the letter T. And yeah, I'm lumping Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers and Tom Petty together. This is one of his so-called solo albums. But it's really pretty much the same as his band, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. But anyway, on this one, it's got Free Fallin'. This is Full Moon Fever, by the way, is the name of this album. It's got Free Fallin'. It's got I Won't Back Down. It's got Zombie Zoo. So yeah, it has some of my favorite songs. Feel a Whole Lot Better is another one of my favorites. So quite a few of my favorites are off of this album. I've also got his greatest hits that has both Tom Petty's solo and Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers stuff. But yeah, he gets my number 5, and believe me, it's not an insult because even though he finishes last on this list, I love this band a lot. It's why he won my best musical artist for the letter T category. Alright, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. Alright, my number 4 is going to kick off my Mount Rushmore with Queen. Queen was my representative for the letter Q, just barely beating out Quiet Riot. It was really a tough choice for me between Quiet Riot and Queen, but I ultimately ended up giving the gold medal to Queen, and Quiet Riot took my silver when I did my videos on bands with the letter Q. This Greatest Hits is so good. So good. This is volume 1 of a 3-disc set. And it opens with Bohemian Rhapsody. It closes with We Will Rock You and We Are the Champions. Yeah. It's such good stuff. It's also got another one, Bites the Dust, Killer Queen, Play the Game, Don't Stop Me Now, Crazy Little Thing Called Love. Yeah. Great stuff from the band Queen, who were my winners for the letter Q, but they take 4th place. When I was just thinking about, like, what bands am I listening to right now? Because these bands were so close. It's like, what do I, in recent time, in recent memory, what have I been in the mood to listen to the most? It's kind of how I gauge this, because these five bands were so close. So Queen ends up getting my fourth place for uh, this grouping of letters of the alphabet. Okay, now I'm just going to warn you that if you hear any background noise, I do have a plumber over at the place here working on some of my plumbing for me. So if you hear any background noise, that's probably it. These headphones should minimize that. But anyway, continuing on with my list here, my pick for the letter S is going to get the bronze medal. My third place, letter S, third place for bronze medal is Skid Row. This is Beside Ourselves. It's a 1992 EP, and it's one that I just recently got, so I haven't listened to it yet, but I do like Skid Row and a lot of the music that they put out, and they're getting my pick for third place in this groupings of letters of the alphabet. This is a really cool album art. I really like this album covers. One of the reasons why I chose to highlight this particular album for Skid Row this go around. Alright. My silver medal, my second place, is going to go to my representative for the letter R. So we got Ratt here, and this is their Ratt and Roll 81-91, so their greatest hits from 81 to 91. And man, I just love Nobody Rides for Free. It's my favorite song from Ratt. But Heads I Win, Tails You Lose is also a great one. Lovin' You's a Dirty Job, Way Cool Jr., Body Talk, Slip of the Lip, You're in Love, Lay It Down. So many really, really good stuff from Ratt. Ratt is a fantastic band. Okay, and my gold medal for this grouping of the alphabet, my first place gold medal goes to Poison. Alright, Poison, this is their Flesh and Blood album. It's pretty much neck and neck between Flesh and Blood and Open Up and Say Off, which is my favorite album for the band Poison. But yeah, it's got Strange Days of Uncle Jack, Valley of Lost Souls, Flesh and Blood and Sacrifice. Yeah, so many good ones. Unskinny Bop, Life Goes On, Come Hell or High Water, Ride the Wind, Don't Give Up an Inch, Something to Believe in. Yeah, so much good stuff here from Poison. This is really an album you can put on, and even though there's 14 tracks, you can listen to it from beginning to end and just really enjoy it. So, yeah, I think I'm pretty comfortable giving Poison my gold medal. It was really close between these five, but Poison gets my gold medal. So that will do it for this grouping of letters of the alphabet. Thanks for joining me for this episode. Dragonfire out.